What if stepping outside your home for just 5 minutes could freeze the moisture inside your lungs and turn every breath into visible ice before it disappears into the sky? And even your breath could turn into ice before it disappears into the air? Across our planet, there are places where this is not survival fiction. It is daily life. Today, we are traveling across the world to explore the 10 coldest cities on Earth and uncover how humans continue to live in places that seem almost impossible to survive. Number 1. Yakutsk, Russia. The city where breath freezes in midair. A city built on frozen ground. In Yakutsk, the ground beneath your feet has been frozen for thousands of years. And if buildings are constructed incorrectly, the earth itself can swallow them slowly as temperatures shift that never fully melts. Every building, road, and structure must be engineered above frozen soil that can shift and crack if disturbed. From the moment winter arrives, the city transforms into a landscape where nature dominates every decision humans make. Yet, instead of abandoning the land, thousands of residents have learned to build a stable and functioning city in one of Earth's most unforgiving climates. When air becomes ice, during peak winter, temperatures can fall below -70 degrees Celsius. At this level, stepping outside feels like inhaling tiny shards of glass. Every breath burns. Every exhale creates clouds of ice crystals that hover around your face as moisture from human breath instantly crystallizes in the air. Eyelashes freeze. Exposed skin can suffer frostbite within minutes. Even sound seems quieter in the heavy, frozen atmosphere. Walking outside becomes less about comfort and more about survival discipline. Vehicles that never sleep. In Yakutsk, entire neighborhoods sound like giant engine rooms. Thousands of cars remain running all night, because turning off the engine can mean losing the vehicle completely by morning. Engines can freeze solid within hours if left inactive. Entire parking areas become fields of constantly running vehicles, burning fuel day and night. Mechanics, drivers, and residents adapt to this unusual routine. It becomes a necessary part of survival in the extreme cold. Architecture designed for survival. Buildings are raised on tall concrete stilts to prevent the heat inside from melting the permafrost below. Underground plumbing systems cannot function normally, so water infrastructure is carefully insulated and maintained. Every structure in Yakutsk is built with one purpose: resisting nature's relentless pressure. A culture shaped by winter. Despite its harsh climate, Yakutsk is rich with indigenous Saka traditions. Festivals, music, and cultural ceremonies continue even during the coldest months. Local traditions celebrate endurance, seasonal change, and deep respect for nature. Culture here evolves alongside environmental challenges. Daily life under extreme conditions. A simple walk to the grocery store becomes a timed survival mission. Parents count minutes before children's skin begins to freeze. Even phone batteries die before people reach their destination. Groceries, commuting, and school routines are planned with precision to minimize exposure to the cold. Thick fur clothing, specialized boots, and layered insulation are not fashion choices. They are essential survival tools passed through generations. Food and survival adaptations. Yakutsk cuisine reflects the climate's demands. Frozen fish and meats are common staples, preserved naturally by the environment. High-calorie meals help residents maintain body heat. Traditional preservation methods allow food storage without refrigeration. Science and Climate Research Hub. Yakutsk also serves as an important center for studying permafrost and climate change. Scientists observe how frozen ground reacts to global warming. The city becomes a living laboratory, helping researchers understand environmental shifts that could impact millions of people worldwide. Psychological strength in endless winter. Months of darkness and extreme cold challenge mental endurance as much as physical survival. Community gatherings, celebrations, and strong family connections help residents maintain emotional balance. During long winters, sunlight becomes rare and deeply valued, the symbol of human endurance. Yakutsk stands as proof that humanity can survive where survival seems impossible. The city represents adaptation, engineering brilliance, cultural strength, and psychological resilience. In one of the coldest places humans have ever settled, life continues, not just to survive, but to build identity, tradition, and community against nature's most brutal extremes. Could you personally survive in one of these frozen cities? Number 2. Oymyakon, Russia. The temperature shock that stays in your memory. Oymyakon is the kind of cold that changes the rules of physics around you. Here, boiling water thrown into the air can instantly explode into snow before touching the ground. It is the kind of cold that feels almost impossible to imagine until you see it with your own eyes. This remote Siberian village holds the record as one of the coldest permanently inhabited places on Earth, where temperatures have dropped below -70 degrees Celsius. At this level, survival becomes a daily strategy rather than a routine. Life here forces people to respect nature in ways rarely seen anywhere else. Cars must remain running for hours, sometimes all day, because shutting off the engine could freeze the entire system solid. Metal becomes fragile, batteries die within minutes, and even simple breathing can create crystals that cling to eyelashes and scarves. Water pipes cannot function normally, so many residents rely on melted ice for daily use. Despite the brutal climate, Oymyakon is far from lifeless. Families have lived here for generations, passing down survival knowledge that blends tradition with modern adaptation. Children still walk to school wrapped in layers so thick they can barely bend their arms, laughing in temperatures that could hospitalize most visitors within minutes. Local markets operate, and community life continues with remarkable determination. Children grow up playing in temperatures that most of the world would consider unbearable. What makes Oymyakon truly unforgettable is the quiet resilience of its people. The village stands as proof that humans can adapt to environments that seem completely hostile to life. In a place where the air itself feels dangerous, daily existence becomes a powerful story of endurance, cultural pride, and the unbreakable connection between humanity and nature's most extreme frontiers. Number 3. Norilsk, Russia. The extreme paradox that defines survival. Norilsk feels like a contradiction brought to life. Imagine a massive city rising from a frozen wilderness, built in a place where nature constantly reminds humanity that it was never meant to stay. Located deep inside the Arctic Circle, Norilsk stands as one of the most isolated large cities on Earth. Norilsk is so isolated that leaving the city can feel like escaping another planet. No highways connect it to the outside world. Every supply, every visitor, and sometimes even emergency aid must arrive by air or frozen river routes. Everything arrives by air, seasonal river transport, or through extreme logistical planning. Winter dominates most of the year, locking the city beneath heavy snow and prolonged darkness. Temperatures frequently fall below -40 degrees Celsius, turning daily routines into calculated survival missions. Streets disappear beneath layers of ice, and the sun vanishes for weeks during polar night. Yet, life continues with remarkable intensity. Norilsk exists because of its enormous mineral wealth. The city is built around one of the world's largest nickel and metal production centers. Towering industrial complexes operate continuously despite brutal weather conditions. This industrial heartbeat provides employment, infrastructure, and purpose to the population living in one of the harshest urban environments on the planet. What makes Norilsk unforgettable is its powerful contrast. It is both a place of opportunity and extreme challenge. Residents adapt to isolation through strong community bonds, cultural traditions, and a shared sense of endurance. Against endless tundra and freezing winds, Norilsk reveals how human ambition can construct entire cities in places that seem completely incompatible with life, turning isolation into identity and survival into strength. Would you visit any of these cities or avoid them completely? Number 4. Longyearbyen. Svalbard, the town at the edge of the world. Longyearbyen feels less like a city and more like humanity's final outpost before the endless Arctic wilderness takes over. Located on the remote Svalbard archipelago, this settlement sits closer to the North Pole than most places where people permanently live. The environment here is so extreme that it has created one of the most unusual rules on Earth. In Longyearbyen, burial is almost impossible. The ground is so permanently frozen that human bodies can remain preserved for decades, refusing to decompose naturally. Because the permanently frozen ground prevents bodies from naturally decomposing, winter in Longyearbyen transforms the world into months of continuous darkness, known as the polar night. The sun disappears below the horizon for over 100 days, leaving the town illuminated only by artificial lights, moonlight, and shimmering northern auroras. Temperatures frequently plunge far below freezing, and residents must remain alert not only to the cold, but also to the presence of polar bears that roam the surrounding wilderness. Despite these conditions, Longyearbyen thrives as a center for scientific research, Arctic exploration, and international cooperation. Scientists from across the globe come here to study climate change, wildlife, and polar ecosystems. The town is also home to the famous Global Seed Vault, a secure facility preserving seeds from nearly every country, acting as a safeguard for humanity's agricultural future. What makes Longyearbyen truly remarkable is the balance between fragility and purpose. Life here demands preparation, awareness, and respect for nature's power. Yet within this frozen frontier, a unique global community has formed, proving that even at the very edge of the habitable world, human curiosity and cooperation continue to push boundaries. Number 5. Utqiaġvik, Barrow, Alaska, the city where the sun disappears. Utqiaġvik stands at the northern edge of Alaska, facing the frozen Arctic Ocean, where life unfolds under conditions that challenge human perception of time and light. This coastal city is one of the northernmost permanently inhabited communities in the United States. Here, winter brings a phenomenon that feels almost unreal. For nearly 2 months, imagine waking up every day for 2 straight months and never seeing sunlight once. Time loses meaning when the sky stays permanently dark, leaving the entire region wrapped in continuous darkness. During this prolonged polar night, daily life relies on artificial lighting, community connection, and deep cultural resilience. Temperatures frequently plunge far below freezing, and powerful Arctic winds intensify the danger of exposure. Even short periods outdoors require heavy protective clothing and careful planning. The environment demands constant awareness, reminding residents that survival depends on preparation and respect for nature's power. Utqiaġvik is home to the Inupiat people, whose traditions and knowledge have sustained life in this extreme environment for thousands of years. Hunting, fishing, and cultural practices remain essential parts of daily life, blending ancient survival skills with modern technology. Community bonds are strong, helping residents adapt to isolation, darkness, and severe climate conditions. What makes Utqiaġvik truly unforgettable is its unique relationship with the natural world. When winter darkness finally ends, the return of sunlight becomes a powerful emotional and cultural event. The city reveals how human life can adapt not only to physical extremes, but also to psychological challenges, transforming darkness into a symbol of endurance, heritage, and the extraordinary strength of Arctic communities. Number 6. Verkhoyansk, Russia, the town of unbelievable climate extremes. Verkhoyansk is one of the rare places on Earth where nature shifts between 2 completely opposite worlds. Known as one of the coldest inhabited locations on the planet, this remote Siberian town has recorded winter temperatures dropping below -67 degrees Celsius. During these months, the landscape freezes into a silent, endless white desert, where survival depends on discipline, preparation, and generations of local knowledge. But what makes Verkhoyansk truly astonishing is what happens when winter finally releases its grip. In summer, the same land can experience temperatures rising above 30 degrees Celsius. Snowfields melt into muddy plains, rivers flow freely again, and the once frozen terrain transforms into a surprisingly warm environment. This extreme temperature swing creates one of the largest seasonal climate contrasts ever recorded in a single inhabited location. Life in Verkhoyansk revolves around adapting to these dramatic seasonal changes. During winter, residents rely on insulated housing, preserved food storage, and carefully managed transportation. In summer, daily routines shift toward fishing, farming, and rebuilding infrastructure damaged by the harsh cold. Every season demands a completely different way of living. Verkhoyansk tells a powerful story about human adaptability. The town stands as a reminder that survival is not just about resisting nature, but learning to live within its rhythm. Here, people experience both frozen silence and sudden warmth, witnessing how fragile yet resilient life can be when it exists between two of the most extreme climate realities found anywhere on Earth. Number 7. Yellowknife, Canada, a modern city built for survival. Yellowknife rises from the rugged wilderness of Canada's Northwest Territories as a striking example of modern civilization meeting raw Arctic nature. Located on the shores of Great Slave Lake, one of the deepest lakes in North America, this city is widely known as one of the best places on Earth to witness the Northern Lights. During winter nights, the sky above Yellowknife can suddenly ignite with moving curtains of glowing light, dancing silently across the frozen horizon, creating a breathtaking natural display that feels almost otherworldly. Yet beneath this beauty lies an environment shaped by endurance. Winters in Yellowknife can last up to 8 months, with temperatures frequently dropping below -40 degrees Celsius. The lake surrounding the city freezes into thick ice, allowing temporary winter roads to form across the frozen surface. These ice roads become vital transportation routes, connecting remote communities and delivering essential supplies across vast, isolated regions. Yellowknife stands out because it balances modern infrastructure with extreme environmental challenges. The city developed rapidly due to mining and natural resource industries, transforming it into a regional economic hub. Today, it offers schools, healthcare, technology, and vibrant cultural life, all functioning in a climate that constantly tests human limits. What makes Yellowknife remarkable is how its residents embrace both innovation and nature. Outdoor festivals continue even in deep winter, while local traditions celebrate the relationship between people and the northern landscape. The city represents a powerful example of how humanity can build thriving, connected communities while coexisting with one of the harshest climates on the planet, turning survival into a unique and beautiful way of life. Number 8. Nuuk, Greenland. The isolated capital in a frozen ocean. Nuuk stands as one of the most remote capital cities on Earth, resting along the rugged coastline of Greenland and surrounded by vast stretches of icy ocean and towering Arctic mountains. Unlike most capitals, Nuuk feels like a capital city floating at the edge of the world. There are no highways connecting it to the rest of its own country, only sky and sea across its own country. The only ways in or out are by air or sea, making daily life here feel uniquely detached from the rest of the world. Winter transforms Nuuk into a dramatic landscape of snow-covered hills and frozen fjords. Temperatures often drop far below freezing, and daylight becomes limited during the coldest months. The surrounding ocean freezes in sections, while powerful winds sweep across the coastline, reminding residents how isolated and fragile life can be in this northern frontier. Despite its small population, Nuuk functions as Greenland's political, cultural, and economic heart. The city blends modern Scandinavian-inspired architecture with deep Inuit traditions that have shaped life in this region for thousands of years. Fishing, hunting, and maritime travel remain important parts of the local lifestyle, while education, art, and research continue to grow within the community. Nuuk's greatest strength lies in its connection between past and future. Residents maintain strong cultural identity while adapting to modernization and climate challenges. The city reveals how a capital does not need size or global connectivity to hold national importance. Instead, Nuuk represents resilience, cultural preservation, and the extraordinary ability of humans to build a functioning society in one of the most isolated and frozen environments on the planet. Number 9. Dudinka, Russia, the port that operates inside permanent ice. Dudinka is one of the most extreme port cities on Earth, located deep inside the Arctic Circle along the Yenisei River in northern Siberia. At first glance, the city appears almost swallowed by snow, surrounded by endless tundra and frozen waterways. Yet, Dudinka plays a critical role as a major shipping gateway that connects some of Russia's most remote industrial regions to global trade routes. For most of the year, the environment around Dudinka is locked in thick ice. Massive cargo ships crawl through frozen rivers, while icebreakers smash towering walls of ice ahead of them, creating temporary highways across the Arctic water. Often relying on powerful icebreaker ships to carve safe paths through towering sheets of drifting ice. The port operates under conditions where temperatures regularly plunge far below -40 degrees Celsius, and storms can suddenly transform the landscape into a blinding white horizon. Life in Dudinka revolves around the rhythm of Arctic logistics. Workers must follow strict safety procedures while handling heavy machinery in sub-zero temperatures. Infrastructure is built on permafrost, requiring specialized engineering to prevent structures from collapsing as the frozen ground shifts. Every shipment that arrives or leaves the port becomes a demonstration of human coordination against one of nature's harshest environments. What makes Dudinka remarkable is its role as a lifeline for entire northern regions. The city represents the intersection of industry, survival, and geographic isolation. In a place where ice dominates nearly every season, Dudinka proves that human determination can maintain vital economic networks, turning one of the coldest waterways on Earth into a functioning artery of global commerce. Number 10. Harbin, China, the frozen wonderland that ends the journey. Harbin transforms winter into a spectacle unlike anywhere else on Earth. Located in northeastern China, this city experiences brutally cold winters where temperatures can fall below -30 degrees Celsius. Yet instead of retreating from the cold, Harbin embraces it, turning ice and snow into a breathtaking world of glowing architecture and artistic imagination. Every year, the city hosts one of the largest ice and snow festivals on the planet. Entire cities of glowing castles rise from frozen rivers, only to melt completely when spring arrives, making Harbin one of the most beautiful temporary cities on Earth, harvested from the frozen Songhua River. Towering castles, intricate sculptures, and illuminated monuments rise from the frozen ground, glowing in brilliant colors under the long winter nights. Visitors from across the world gather to walk through this temporary city of light, where frozen structures appear almost magical against the dark Arctic sky. Behind this mesmerizing beauty lies a lifestyle shaped entirely by winter's power. Residents of Harbin have developed unique architectural designs, heating systems, and daily routines that allow life to continue smoothly despite extreme temperatures. Thick winter clothing, underground passages, and specialized infrastructure help people move safely through the city during its harshest months. Harbin's history also adds to its distinct identity. Influences from Russian and European architecture blend with Chinese culture, creating a city that feels both familiar and surprisingly unique. This cultural mixture enhances the festival atmosphere, turning the frozen environment into a celebration of creativity and heritage. As the final chapter of this journey, Harbin represents how humans can transform even the coldest environments into places of wonder. It proves that nature's harshest conditions can inspire beauty, innovation, and cultural expression, leaving viewers with a powerful reminder that survival and creativity often grow strongest in the most unexpected places. As this journey through Earth's coldest cities comes to an end, one powerful truth becomes clear. These frozen cities reveal something deeper than survival. They show how environment shapes identity, how hardship creates culture, and how humans repeatedly prove that adaptation is stronger than fear. It is about adaptation, culture, and the remarkable ability of communities to thrive in places that seem impossible to live. These cities remind us that extreme environments shape stronger traditions, deeper resilience, and innovative ways of life that many of us rarely experience. Which city shocked you the most, and why? If this journey opened your perspective about how people survive in the harshest climates on Earth, take a moment to reflect on how environment influences human culture, architecture, and daily survival strategies. Understanding these places helps us better understand climate science, human geography, and the fragile balance between nature and civilization. If you enjoy exploring places where life challenges the limits of human endurance, make sure to subscribe and join this global journey. Each episode reveals hidden realities, unexpected cultures, and environments that reshape how we see the world. Your support helps bring deeper stories, rare locations, and untold human experiences to light. Tell us in the comments which extreme place on Earth you believe humans should never have been able to survive in. Your ideas might inspire the next journey, because sometimes the most extraordinary human stories are found in the places we least expect.